I'm curious about Righteous Gemstones, such a funny show. Did you know Danny McBride? Had you guys met before you started working on this thing?
No, John.
You guys have an amazing chemistry together.
Yeah, thanks. We're
that whole cast. It really is one of the great casts on television right now. And and you all feel like you're so simpatico. And so I was thinking, did you know Danny?
No. I think he knew Workaholics a little bit and seen some of my other stuff. And his writing partner, John Carcieri, wrote for us on Workaholics for one season.
Okay.
So I think that might have been a connection. But he just asked if I wanted to play his brother in something. And he was like, would you mind coming? We've never met. Would you mind coming out and having a dinner? And I went to Charleston and met him and David Gordon Green and Jody Hill. And we had this nice dinner and everything. But actually, the very first time I met Danny, he doesn't remember this really, but it was at the This Is the End premiere.
Oh, yeah.
That's
a very funny movie.
Yeah, very funny movie. And so we were at the after party. Seth Rogen and Danny's
everybody
in it. Yeah. And so I'm at this after party, and I'm like I was pretty early on at this point in my career, so I'm like really excited just to even be in the room. And I'm like, oh my God, like all these comedy heroes are here. But Danny for me is like on a Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
Like I love the guy. And so I'm trying to, I smoke weed, but not like Seth Rogen does.
Right.
And so he's going toe to toe with it. He's like, here. And so I'm like, okay, I can keep up. And through the cloud of smoke, Danny appears and I go, you're Danny McBride. And he's like, yeah, man. Hey, nice to meet you. And I go, you're a bright shooting star. I swear to you, dude. I said he was a bright shooting star. And then he's like, all right, man. And I went and grabbed my girlfriend and I was like, we have to leave. And she's like, why? I'm having a good time. This is a fun party. And I go, I just called Danny McBride a bright shooting star. And she's like, you're right. We do. We do have to go now.
We need to leave immediately.
Yeah, you're not allowed to be here anymore.
I love his whole thing where he lives in
Charleston.
He lives in Charleston with his people, and I love that. He was talking about it here on the podcast. They just live in, he's not going to move to LA, any of that. We're just going to make our stuff. And
well, he had lived here for years, so It's not like he doesn't have a base here, but they were just shooting, I think, Vice Principals, his series right before Righteous Gemstones, and they just by happenstance couldn't shoot in Wilmington, I think, North Carolina, and they had to shoot in Charleston, and they really hadn't spent much time there, and they shot there, and they fell in love with it because it's one of the prettiest places.
It's really gorgeous. Yeah.
And they all live on an island 20 minutes from downtown. And when I was there, I rented a house on the water and everyone just drives in golf carts. It's idyllic. It is so fantastic. And Danny, to your point of like us being such a great cast and feeling like we know each other, he does such a great job. And I feel like I learned so much from him about like being a leader. He takes his people out all the time. He does little parties. He does get-togethers. Hey, everybody come over. We're grilling at the house. We're going to go swimming. We're going to go out on a boat, whatever it is. And you really feel like you were jumped into his gang right away. And I'm not down with any of this. Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean, you're just putting something out there now that then expectations will be raised.
It'd be really nice if you can invite us over for like food and parties and stuff. That'd be a nice
I will
rapport.
arrange for a table for all of you at Paquito Mas. I will not be there. Someone who looks kind of like me will be there, and you guys will cover the bill.
Arrange a table.
I would love a Conan impersonator just shows up.
Wiggling his head. And you can see the strap that's holding his wig on is under his chin. Yeah, flip-flop, chip-chop. All right, well, you guys have to cover this, remember? Conan's not paying for it.
Flip-flop, chip-chop.
Yep, that's my...
the old tagline.
That's the old tagline. How do you like being a dad? I think I haven't seen you since you became a dad.
I mean, I love it more than I even thought I would. It's not funny to say that, but it's true.
No, it's okay to actually have a human emotion.
Real feeling.
Occasionally.
Not often.
You're allowed one.
People don't like it. They don't like it. It's great. And he every day is so fun.
How old now?
He's 15 months today.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay.
Which is like, I never thought I'd be the type of person that was like, after a year to talk about months, but it is important because like at a year, if he can't say dada, that's totally fine. But by 13 months, he's like a total idiot. So you really keep tabs on every little thing where I'm like, dada, dada,
Scott, we're running. Yeah, and you're taking another page off the calendar. Come on.
Dada, I know you got it. You got it.
But you'd be such a fun dad. I think I can see you. A lot of it is, and it was, I mean, I loved being silly with my kids and still do to their dismay, but I just ate it up with a spoon.
It's so fun.
It wasn't like, well, time to get on the floor and act like an idiot. Yeah. I'm always on the floor acting like an idiot, so there should be kids around.
Yeah, it's weird if there's not. It's unreal, and I'm like learning new things. Like I can do a great Elmo. He's like thrown for a loop. He thinks I'm possessed. I'm like, hi, Bo, it's me, Elmo.
Wow, that is good.
That is good.
I'm like, come over here, put your toys away. And then he's like, yeah. It's the best.
That's kind of scary, actually.
Yeah, I didn't know I had it. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, I act like I'm possessed. I'm like, Elmo's in control now.
You will go to the ATM.
Yeah.
You will use this PIN number. Okay, Elmo. Elmo can create all kinds of hell.
Yeah, Elmo's a maniac, it turns out. So it's been a blast. I'm loving it.
I'm so thrilled that you came by and did this.
Me too.
Because,
I'm a big fan. This was
exciting. I just you've always been incredibly nice to me, and so just getting to hear you tell your story and take us through it it's so funny. I'm just imagining a lot of people listening to it who are big fans of yours getting kind of inspired, who don't even know half the shit that you've been through.
All the Cementra kids out there. They're like, I can walk.
You never know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming by.
Of course. Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're a fine fellow, and please come back.
I'm glad you came around on me. Yeah, because it didn't start off great. Yeah, I'm glad you came around.
Yeah,
I have to tell you, when you walked in the door, I was mad.
Yeah, I noticed that energy.
And I like your work, but when I just got this energy of pure evil.
Yeah, well, it's because I went with the suede jacket, you went with the standard leather, and it was kind of a battle from there on.
I hate that. Yeah. Whenever I'm wearing just regular leather, tanned leather, and someone else has suede,
you're a monster. How dare they?
It's on.
Yeah.
I feel threatened.
Yeah.
I feel threatened.
Makes sense.